Hello and welcome to Bakerstreet.coasters live. But today I'm going to be on about an Alton Towers ride again. So this time I've already done 13, so go and check out my 13 video. But my second review of the 2024 season has to be Oblivion. Now, Oblivion did open back in 1998. And to be precise, it opened in March the 14th. Now, Oblivion, amazing ride. Really short, really snappy, but it is an amazing ride and probably one of the best roller coasters in the UK. Even, however, it didn't actually. No, I take it back. I take it back. What I just said, probably not one of the best roller coasters in the UK. It didn't even make my top 25 apparently. Because you know what? I forgot about this roller coaster. Okay, I need to redo my top 25 list again. Anyways, so Oblivion, probably one of my top roller coasters in the UK. And it was built by B&M Coasters, so Bolliger and Malibard. And it is a vertical dropped roller coaster. Now, it is not a 90-degree vertical drop, so it's not exactly vertical. It's like 89. No, it's like, oh, God knows, 87.5 degrees. Now it was one of the first of its kind around the world, and it basically holds you at the top, says don't look down, and then, well, used to say don't look down, and then you just literally fell into a hole of, like, you know, just a pit. It's literally got nothing themed into this whole thing, which is something I will go into later. Anyways, so Oblivion, short, snappy. I've never actually tried its predecessor, which was Oblivion the Black Hole, which is at Gardaland, which is also in another Merlin park around the world. I forgot where that is. However, it is a good coaster. Now, the theming around the ride, you've got the queue, and the queue is very unique because it goes up, and because Oblivion is on a hill itself, the rocks are like underneath the hill, which make up the queue, is basically from the explosion they did to make the tunnel for Oblivion, which goes under. So all the mound which you go up and you swell up is basically all the rocks from the tunnel. Now that is a really cool thing, and it's really good to have that history. Now it is also the fastest ride in the Alton Towers Resort, and that is pretty good. You don't feel it's fast because it's going so fast. It's 110 miles per hour, so it's like 68 miles per hour. So basically, it's a 70 mile per hour ride. It is quicker than Rita, so many people mistaken that Rita is probably the quickest roller coaster. It is not. And it has a drop of 180 feet, so it's 180 feet in the air, but not quite up in the air because it also goes underground. So as it goes underground, you know, it takes up for the feet that isn't 180 feet. Now the whole slogan and the whole entire theming around the ride is absolutely amazing. We've got the queue line, which has some really good. It's like, I don't know. It's like your TVs, and then you've got this thing, this orange thing, which like lights up now and then, which is like really weird. But at the same time, it's good. You've got the little spinny things which actually work this year, like these spinny little siren red light things, which I think is really good, and it really does work this year. And then you have the TVs. Yet again, to show you the pre-show of what the Lord of Darkness is on about, which yet again is a very good thing. Now with this whole aspect of the Lord of Darkness, that kind of also makes sense, because as you go into the station itself, you get to actually see the Lord of Darkness go, oh, welcome to the unknown, welcome to Oblivion. And that is an amazing aspect to it, because if you look at something like the Smiler, which has the Join Us slogan, we've got 13, which has if you are down to the woods today, you better not go alone. You've got Rita, which has sit back, hold tight, you must escape. Spinball Wizard, even Spinball Wizard, and that's not even a Rita and Spinball Wizard ain't even a secret weapon, but yet again you've got that pre-show area bit. But having Oblivion, having the screens at the top is really good. Now it is on repeat, which I think is really annoying sometimes. It's like welcome to the unknown, welcome to Oblivion, multiple times. You get to see the thing, but it's not even time synced though, which is an annoying thing too. But having this pre-show is really good because it kind of builds up the suspense before you actually go into the ride and brave the drop. You know, we're back at Chessington. Now it is, like I've just said, it is a dive coaster. Amazing. I love the drop, even though the drop is quite short. It never used to be quite short. I remember the days where I used to watch it, and it was like, it used to be really long. Now it's like, oh, you've got to stand there for a second, and it's like, oh, drop. which is a very annoying thing too, because we also know, and I haven't seen it myself, but it also used to go before they had like the issues with the sound issues, but they also had the thing where you used to stop and you just go, "Don't look down," which is also written at the bottom of the it's written on the pavement just above the drop, so no, just below the drop, so basically you can see it as you look down. Now the words do haunt you, because like if you look down, you're looking into oblivion, which yet again is something that is also said by the Lord of Darkness. And it's just a really short and snappy ride. I absolutely love it. Now, the one thing that also irritates me, and there's quite a lot that irritates me about this ride, but, you know, it's the fact that not only it's short, it's also half the ride time is on the brakes or the block sections, waiting for the queue. Now, that varies on how many coaster cars you have. So if you've got, like, 4 running, there is a lot of time on the block sections, which basically takes away from the ride experience, because it's, like, waiting there for a long time, and it's, like, you've just braved this drop, and it's a bit unprofessional, but at the same time, just because of how small the coaster is, they get a lot of capacity through. Now, I'm pretty sure the cars can fit. They are arranged 8 across in 2 rows. So in the station, they have A1, B2, or A2, or like B2, B. Well, I don't know. But they've got like these 4 things, and the coasters stop at either section because they're not equal, and it's like, oh, row 2, row 2, because they're separated, so it's like, oh, one car goes to like the 2nd row and the 4th row, and then the next car goes to the 1st and 2nd. It's a really unique ride system, which I've never actually seen ever anywhere else on any other roller coaster. Now it does do 1,900 riders per hour, which is quite good too, because you think Oblivion's probably got one of the smallest queues in the park, and even if it does have a long queue, it tends to go down pretty quick, unlike the one that Smiler has. I mean, you look at the Smiler queue and look at ours, it's like, no, that's for another video. But it's a very good thing that the ride capacity is quite big, because if it wasn't, Oblivion would kind of take away the ride experience. Now, because the cars are quite big, it also means it needs a big track, which yet again, the big track is it's a unique to B&M, should I say, because the B&M coasters are definitely huge, just as the one is like, we've got Nemesis, Reborn, which is definitely a big track. But one big one we have seen, like I've said, is Oblivion. Now it's got no inversions, unfortunately, because it did used to go around Enterprise, and Enterprise is, there's only one Enterprise. Literally, Enterprise is named the Enterprise. Let's see if there's a image here. Yes, there is. There is an image here. It's not even a loop at this point. It's like, it's over 90 degrees. It's like 100 degrees, I think it is, or something. Where does it say here? It doesn't say anything about this pier. However, Enterprise is over there. I mean, you used to be able to see Enterprise. Please say you can see. There you go. There's Enterprise. Enterprise goes round. Now with that whole aspect of it going round, it's pretty unique. Now that Enterprise has gone, and it had it had a Twistertron, it had the Twistertron's now gone. It's a really ununique ride experience around that corner now, and whatever's replacing it, so there's meant to be food stalls replacing it, yet again, it really does take away the aspect of what is meant to be there in the government facility, because when Oblivion did open, it was the government facility, as we know. And it was like, it will brave drop. They had advertisements from Santa, and Santa was like going down vertically. It was like, I don't think this is the way, Rudolph. And then we got an orange theming, which again shows youthfulness in it, which is very good colour contrast actually. But it shows that there is some importance to the ride because of the orange theming. I'm really sorry about the background noise. Anyways, so I want to know what you guys think of Oblivion. Please comment down below. And I'm going to go now. Yes, it's not 90 degrees, so it's a very mistaken. It's very underrated as well. I think it's an amazing ride. Yes, like Nordic Berry Cider said, it is an amazing ride. I do love the ride itself. And it's a very short one. We got to go in it like so many times, and there's no limitation on how many times you get to go in it in a day, because it's like it's always moving, always quick, and even if it isn't open, it's like it's still an amazing ride to look at, because it's one of those rides that goes down and then it doesn't go, so it goes underground. It's like amazing. Yes, even Oscar Airtime did say they agreed it is a really. They said they agreed with me, and we absolutely love it. Yes, it is amazing that you love it. I know, right? It is an amazing ride, and I absolutely love Oblivion. I just hope, as it is the third oldest ride in the park as well, I really, really hope that it doesn't go. Or if it gets a retrack, what could it be? Could it be white coloured track? What is the G-force on it? The G-force on the ride. Oh, 4.5. So it's not quite 5Gs like Samurai at Fort Park. I know Samurai, it used to be 5Gs as it used to be advertised. Don't advertise it anymore as 5Gs. But one of the most extreme G-forces is 4.5 Gs, and that's because of how fast it goes, and because it's also being pulled by the force of gravity. It's quite cool. Yeah, it is. 4.5 Gs is it is pretty decent. Hang on, I'll be back in a minute. Sorry about that. But yeah, no, 4.5 Gs is quite good still, and it's an amazing addition to the park as well, because it made X Sector how it was. Because before the Smiler, we had Black Hole, and the Black Hole was, you know, an indoor dark ride, and the Black Hole was into space, and that whole area is sent to space. We had the pirate ship there, stuff like, don't know, stuff like what was that? What was that one? Submission wasn't there? And yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I just love Oblivion as a whole. Oblivion has a really good theme to it, and as it is the second oldest ride in the park, I do wonder what it would be. Now, it was opened as SW4. SW4, because SW1 and SW2 didn't go very well. SW3 was Nemesis, the original Nemesis, and then SW4 was Oblivion. Now, I'd love to see what happens in its 30 years or 40 years, as Oblivion is now. No, Nemesis is now 30, so 1998. Let's see, it's 26-year-old, so it's got 4 years left. Now, after those 4 years, I'm not quite sure what happened. Hopefully, we don't get to see a Festival of Thrills thing back for like they did for the Smiler next year. Even that's not even planned, so you know that's a different video, right? But yes, and also it had some marketing and sponsoring back in the day too. It had stuff like Fanta, and Fanta didn't go very well with the marketing stuff, and people told Alton Towers to remove it, and that's what they did, as the marketing was absolutely abysmal. It was rubbish, and it didn't look like Oblivion at all. And having that government facility and then having Fanta like printed on the back, it's just no. I also love watching the drop, because you can also go down the stairs and you watch the drop. That's another good element of the ride, because it's like you get to have some really good photo opportunities as it goes through the thing. And even the hole is covered by steam, so as you go through it, your face is on the steam. But it's really, really cool to have that whole aspect, and the elements on it is just good. Like, there's no inversions, like I've said, but the elements are good. You've got working lights now, you've got TVs in the area, you've got facts around the park that I didn't know this was the fastest ride in the UK until I actually read those rides, those little things. It's very accessible for everyone, and it really does give a key thing. It gives a key location of where everything is in Alton Towers, because it's like it's on the side, and everyone knows where X Sector is because of the Smiler. But Oblivion is there, and it's structured there for a very long time. It's not like Nemesis Reborn. Like, you say Nemesis Reborn now, people think Nemesis, but Oblivion is the next known thing to. Because Runaway Mine Train is the oldest, but it's like, but it just puts Alton Towers where it is nowadays, because it's like, yeah, okay, you got Nemesis Reborn. Everyone, like I've just said, but everyone thinks Nemesis, the original Nemesis, of course, but Oblivion is more of a case of, it's more original to people and it's more prone to them now. Even with Smiler is another one, but that's one other video again. So yes, anyways, I am going to go now. I want to know what you guys think of the ride, Oblivion, of course. And do you prefer Oblivion the Black Hole? As I've never actually been in it, because like I said, replica, it was a very much longer Oblivion the Black Hole, which is at Gardaland. Or do you actually prefer not Nemesis, Oblivion? So comment down below, and yes, smile always. Please remember to subscribe too. Bye guys.